Hello, before I kill myself and I don't want to live like this in the United Arab Emirates. Finding out how cunning they used Gulzar Elia and all these. Gulzar Elia is a stooge. Please don't think that because Gulzar Elia is living in America, that America or the Israeli Jewish lobbying is there. Gulzar Elia, I found out, is a stooge of Saudi Arabia and, of course, United Arab Emirates. So since a long time they've been using my illness. They are Saima Peer and all this. See, just that day coming from the buying a Google, something for myself, for Google. I couldn't walk and I was thinking I'm 53 years old. My teeth are gone. I'm rotting. My liver is gone or something because it's hurting a lot. I could have cancer because they definitely told me they wanted to give my principal cancer. And the voices were the intuitions were given to me at that time. Voices were not coming in 1997. See, then when I went to her house in 1999, January 1st, I went to her house with my mother, aunties, and my sister, younger sister. Then later on, when I used to go there, she told me that she had this thing, a very bad pain in her back, lower back, one side. She took tests that she might have cancer, but then the doctor called and said it was there, and then the doctor called, thank God. So about something else, but this test was cleared that it wasn't cancer, but she was having intense, severe pains like cancer, she thought. Right? So there's मेरे में कोई चालाकी वालाकी नहीं है. तो अभी जो मैं बोल रही हूँ यूनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट्स के अगेंस्ट, ये लोग कब से मेरे पीछे पड़े. दे आर आफ्टर मी, द यूनाइटेड अरब एमिरेट्स. Someone here. And see, Saima Peer also came here. She used my apartment, family apartment. She also wanted me to tell my father to get her a visa, Dubai visa. But that time, somewhere earlier on, when she was coming for vacation, she was in York University. They wouldn't allow here, even when my aunt was coming, she was coming on a maid's visa or something like this. Even though her sister was here, my aunt is here, her sister, one sister is here in Dubai for a long time since she married from my father's community. So she was coming and they wouldn't allow single women aged, they have to, I don't know what it is really. So at that time they weren't allowing only single women coming without, not accompanied by a man, or I don't know what the rule was really. I don't know the complete thing, sorry. One thing, so what are the points I want to say? I cannot write them down in this. Again, so they used Saima Peer to get me to think that I'm a calm chore. I don't want to study. I couldn't go to school. Oh God, it's a long story. In Karachi American School, when we came from London, I was slow in adjustment. I was having adjustment problems like that, right? So they used Saima Peer to get into my psychological state, they had given a picture of myself, like Saima Peer used to, maybe she herself, no. Because in London, no one, Anita, my friend, did, she did say that I have a fiery nature when I was getting angry at Moen. But then later on, she was like on the phone, over the phone, she said, don't be so hard on yourself. If something happens in the house, then you are hard on yourself. So that way, Saima Peer, I don't think Anita was their stooge, but Saima Peer, I suspect, was their stooge. I also started to suspect, my great Hindu friend. I told her over the phone, I said, I've not seen your sister, but here I met someone who looks like you. Like someone like, her eyes and her parts of her face. So she said, no, my sister is in London with me, Zara. And because there are many Hindus here and the Sindhis, and I met a Sindhi Hindu here, and we started to speak in Sindhi Khoja. I said, I don't know the Pakki Sindhi well. Some of the words, it's like Hindi and Urdu difference. It's that much. Sometimes I don't understand the Pakki, pure Sindhi. Ours is colloquial Sindhi. So who is sending these people to make me feel like I will not work? So Fauzia Kehar, who is also in Dubai and going to Bahrain, God knows where she went. She's traveling here and there, but now staying in Dubai. She was in SM Law College. She looked at my hand. She could read my hand. And she said that, who told you that you will not work? You know how psychologically they started to make me feel that I'm a very spoiled person. Very, very gradually, sending Saima Peer. Then they so Fauzia Kehar was also one of them from their side, the enemy side. But since SM Law College I had just joined, and she was coming with her sister, although Moen Abbasi knew her from grammar school, told me that Fauzia Kehar never had a sister, Aisha or Tania Kehar. He said he was with Fauzia Kehar in grammar school, Moen Abbasi, who was with me in Holborn College. Anyway, so Fauzia Kehar told me that, who has told you that you are not going to work? And all this, that fear. No, you will be working. You get married, it's showing here in your... So she was reading my hand. She took my hand like my mother once. My mother had an astrological book, reading hand. And she said, show me. And so, very polite, very gentle, sweet. But with her sister, she claimed was her sister. So maybe they had not been able to work on me as yet. Then when she met me at my place, she saw Saima Peer. Her eyes popped out open. And I knew that she had the power to read hands and the face, the forehead, from the face reading. Her eyes opened wide. And when they left my house, Saima Peer had come from Canada, York University, maybe she had just, she was in York University. So for vacations, she had come to Karachi, and I was in SM Law College before going to London, Holborn College. So, when Fauzia Kehar, we were sitting in a circular, and there was another, I think it was Kashifa, who used to come with me to SM Law College. I invited her. I felt I had invited Anila Ansari, but Anila Ansari told me no. So it must have been Kashifa. I'm not in touch with Kashifa. She was she was a student, Mariam's friend, since St. Joseph's College. So, when Fauzia Kyahar saw Saima Pir, okay, her eyes popped wide open. And then it was something eerie, something really shocking about Saima Pir. How she wanted, there was telepathy then, like Tanhaya, ending scene. Zain, itni der se kyun aaye? So, when she left my gate, she told me telepathically. First, I was like, what's happening to me? Like, this is so surreal. Aapke kamre mein koi rehta hai. So, if you look at that, movie, our girls' student lounge in SM Law College, and the big classes we used to go to, hall, big in SM Law College like that. So Fauzia Kyahar told me telepathically, okay, I'm just telling you what came. Then telepathically told me that this is the last time I'm coming to your house. Then in retrospect, when I started because my health started to deteriorate, right? So, and Fauzia Kyahar, she didn't even answer me on Facebook. That was the first and the last time she came to my house. Then I went to London, Holborn College. I left SM Law College. Okay, so what was I saying? You see, kabhi kisi ki health, you cannot tell them that tomate dalna ki you're using. 53 mein main chali gayi hu, khatam, shud, finished. I thought I would die in 40, age 40, or 30 even, or no, even earlier than that. I wanted to leave 14 years old. Okay, so the point here, I will try to get the point here. So, if anyone is listening, so you see, she did not come, Fauzia Kyahar, telepathic communication with me. That this is the first, she said it was the first time she came to my house, but it was the last. And she told me it's the last time I'm coming to your house, telepathically. And it was. Even when I met Moin Abbasi, who told me that he knows Fauzia Kyahar, and they were students in grammar school long time ago. Even then, I never met Fauzia Kyahar with Moin Jamal Abbasi, who I met in Holborn College in 1996 in London. Acha, I'll continue with that. When I was walking to my house here, I was like, so the thought came, which I keep forgetting. You see, different cases. Mrs. Munira Gulzar, kya thi? At the age of 60, like her new life had started. Really, when my father met Mrs. Munira Gulzar at the airport, this was like 1997 now. 1997. And I was in London. I was coming from London. I had come for a vacation. I should be in such great health. But and you know how old Mrs. Munira Gulzar was? 67, something like this, I don't know. 64 in 1997. And how old was I in 1997? तो आप Gulzar Elia and these stooges of United Arab Emirates बहुत चालाक हैं ये लोग, बहुत. अभी हम लोग इन अरबों शेखों से नहीं डरना चाहिए. You see, Sheikh Zayed worked till he was such an old man, right? His own son, some sons have passed away, had accidents. You can't tell that someone traumatized. There was a maid, Filipino, you know how they work? With a smile, with joyfully. You see, Indians here, they don't work like that. Not even my brothers, like I was telling them, what's wrong with you? Be like Libby or someone. Headaches or side dukh raha hai. So, so then tohmat dalna कि we are using our illness. मेरे आप दान देखें, आप प्रिंसिपल के दान देखें when she was in her 60s till the age of 70. So my father said that, I said, how's the principal's house? He said, she is okay, nothing. Look at yourself. I was like in my 20s, late 20s. He said, look at your health. Gulzar Elia using my illness, so my mind started to work. So Sheikh Muhammad, His Highness Sheikh Muhammad bin Rashid Al Maktoum sent simultaneously before that, like they're sending stooges like Tariq Masood on Facebook, Punjabi. You know what I mean? Like, God knows the translation might not be that good, English translation from Arabic. The tweet I translated. Okay, dreamers, we don't need all this. We're doing progress, and, like we don't need these meditation or whatever. Like perhaps I started to think about myself. That when I'm sick, I'm doing alternative. Maybe they will get someone to, that I get to the hospital. They're trying to tell me in a very covert manner. Subliminal messages coming. You get it? Like they say that, acha, ek hamare, like my father, whatever he is, right? He started to work. He was working at the age of 21. He joined his family business. But what happened to him was that they say the cows and bulls, if you are there in the field, my father, in Singapore used to call stock exchange. How much is going up, it's going down, it's selling, buying. The bulls and the bears working in stock exchange, at the age of, they say, Zubin Bali told me at 30, 40, 30? They retire at the age of 40 something. Let's see, the bulls and the bears who work in the stock exchange, they retire at a very early age. A principal of St. Joseph's College, for example, taking Mrs. Munira Gulzar, her teeth, her appearance, my skin was going in, I had glowing skin. Look at my old picture, which I used, 1989 picture, 1988 picture, for the ID, college ID. Something was happening to my skin, allergy, drying up, sand. I'm allergic to sand and sun rays, heat. Every day, when I found out, first I was taking antibiotics, having bad throat, chronic fatigue. On the night they called me for the first farewell of other students, I was a gone case actually. I would never have gone to college, because if my throat is sore, oh, infection, stop thinking of me, bedridden. But I picked myself up, first farewell, like I had to wear a uniform. They don't allow even first year and second year intermediate students to go there. I was in uniform. I was a photographer of official photographer of St. Joseph's College. They called me and I had a very sore throat. Don't even think. I don't know how that love of the being with Mrs. Munira Gulzar took me there. Not even duty. And I had that leftover of Mrs. Munira Gulzar from her plate. I don't take. My friend used, like, get your own chips, get your own Pepsi. Don't drink from my bottle. I don't share. I had Mrs. Munira Gulzar's leftover. So oily, with just a student's biryani in Sadar you get. And on top she had put oil, curry, and my throat was gone case. I hid all this. I didn't tell her that, no, miss, I cannot come to college because don't even think about me at this time. I'm really sorry. Using my illness. Why doesn't Gulzar Elia think of telling His Highness Sheikh Khalifa? You see, after a heart attack, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa has not been, even the scientists, medically, they could not help him. Medically, he's not been active. How old is His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan? Let me check. Khalifa, His Highness. I'll just put here like this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but Khalifa, about the UAE bin Zayed Al Nahyan. How old is he? You know how active Baba Zayed was, Sheikh Rashid. Now, His Highness Sheikh Khalifa is not that active. And how old is he? 73. 73. And how many years has it been? He doesn't meet with the delegates, foreign. Who is active now? His Highness Sheikh Muhammad, his younger half stepbrother, is active. Since how many years now? Even medical help has not made him. Even our prayers have not brought him back to the normal state after his heart attack. And if you see his last video, I got really scared. Are they killing him or making him go insane?